Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, HaRachakwadash. Double honors be to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone who were well and taught us this 100% truth. Much peace and blessings be unto you, hopeful, elect out there, push not this word of thought, truth and sincerity. To all you rocking, I do say Shalom. I'm the Akra. I'm coming in with a, quick hit going into how, this book ain't for the faint of heart, man. This Bible ain't for the faint of heart. It's really a terrible thing to be read aloud, right? And one thing you notice in this truth is that, like when you're a newcomer and you start telling the truth to your loved ones, you notice the very thing is that, oh, that's your belief, and then they start rejecting the Bible. Right, that's one thing you notice in general. Like on various accounts and YouTube and such, people tend to reject the Bible when their vain ideologies that they're taught in that wacky tacky Christian church and whatnot, gets cut. They get cut with the scriptures, man. Then they realize this book ain't so happy, cupcakes and rainbowy, and it ain't about loves and hugs and kisses, and sharing is caring. Which sharing is hot, man. All right, being hospitable, but the happy, kind of bullshit that the world pushes out the Bible to be like a fairy tale when it's exactly the opposite, man. I mean, this book is really terrible. All right, when you read the Old Testament, that's where it really gets people. They start vomiting. You have accounts and quarrels talking about when I read the Bible from the back, I threw up and I feel sick in my head. Because These people, man, what's it called? They're terrified by what's written, man. And it's not until, they actually look into the contents where they realize, hey, the things that they've been taught their whole life is, utter BS. I'm going to start from the book of Jeremiah, the 20th chapter, verse 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old, right? Prophesy, which means to say before. Both against many countries and against great kingdoms. And when you're against, you're basically opposed to it. You're not supporting it. All right, one thing that, these wacky-tacky Christian churches teaches, God bless the future. God bless America and some fucking bullshit like that, lousy crap. And make themselves feel better and comfortable. But see, those are the same spirits which testify against themselves, because those are the same individuals, if you can receive it, that have an itching ear. Right? And that's in the book of 2 Timothy, if I'm mistaken, the 3rd chapter. All right, the 4th chapter, Salakia. All right, verse 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 3. For the time will come when they would not endure sound doctrine. All right, what is sound doctrine? All right, the doctrines, the men of Great Millstone, starting out with the apostles and elders on down teach. Right, that's sound doctrine. But after their own lusts, going to the desires, shall they heap to themselves teachers having itching ears. Itching meaning you want to hear what you want to hear because it benefits you. You don't want to hear the truth. Those are the same hypocritical individuals talking about, oh, truth hurts. Oh, yeah, it sucks when the truth is out. I support the truth. No, you don't support the truth, man. You guys are freaking hypocrites, and this verse condemns you, and your way of life, is what's it called, witness against you. You're testifying against yourself, man. But after their own lusts shall they heap to themselves teachers having itching ears, and they shall turn away their ears from the truth, and shall return to fables. Right? And that's what the world pushes the Bible out to be, nothing but a fable. That's why a lot of people out here don't believe the scriptures anymore. They don't believe it. They think it's a fairy tale. They rather, look into Islam and some fucking bullshit like that. And, they're really destroying themselves. Or really, Esau's destroying them, by deceiving them and putting out that image, promoting that kindergarten image. Right? So I'm going to pull out the book of Proverbs, the 13th chapter, verse 13. Whoso despises, which means to hate, the word of the Lord, that being the Bible, shall be destroyed, but he that feareth the commandment shall be rewarded. Right? And the only ones that actually fear, because it doesn't have to do with only being scared of an omnipotent power, but fear also goes into servitude, man. All right, meaning if you actually fear Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, you're actually gonna keep the law such as the commandments. Not use some fucking bullshit excuse that. You know what pisses me off when people talking about what's it called? Oh, because you should. No. You can suck a dick towards a man then because what's it called? Excuse my French. You know you get offended, man. You know what's it called? We're supposed to keep our cool, but what's it called? You get pissed off, man, because what's it called? They be breaking down the scriptures the wrong way. Oh, the law ain't done away with, man. Matthew the 5th chapter. You know I'm gonna pull that out actually. And this is Yahweh Shai speaking, brother. He was talking about how, you know, I came out to do away the law. All right, when he was on that cross, the only thing he did away was a sacrificial law. So now you don't need to offer up a burnt sacrifice for atonement of sin. Right, that's the only thing he did away with, man. Right, we still have to keep the law, man. So Matthew the 5th chapter, verse. Bear with me. Yeah, verse 17. Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. Right? Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I have not come to destroy, but to fulfill. And then we look at that word fulfill in the outline of biblical usage, and I'm in the blue letter right now. All right, it goes in what's it called? Complete. Carry out, carry through to the end. You know, what's it called? You know, matters of duty to perform, execute, rehearse. Right? So Yahweh Shai was only rehearsing the righteous acts. And that's what we're supposed to do, man. Right? For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall no wise pass from the law till it be fulfilled. But going back to my main point, the book of Jeremiah, the 28th chapter, verse 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, man. When that word against means opposed to, right? Not supportive of. You know, we're not going to join hand in hand with you wacky-tacky Christian churches talking about God bless America and the future of America is the scriptures. No, it ain't, man, because the scripture, just like it, the future of America is a wasteland, you know, a desolate wasteland, man. You know, no trade, no commerce will be going on right here. And that's written in the book of Isaiah, the 13th chapter, going to highly Arabian should not pitch tent there. And I'll pull that out. So there's Isaiah the 13th chapter, verse 19, and Babylon, which is, you know, a code name for America, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency. Yeah, and that's because, the world is starting to see America for what it really is, and are starting to hate it. Yeah, they're still keeping up that trade, and America is still the head honcho, man. All right, that's where the heathen, you know, are supportive of China, talking about they got next. They're going to be the next superpower in the world, and the answer is no. Right? Because Yahweh Shai's kingdom is coming next. That's our kingdom. You know, Yahweh Shai will be the King of Kings, Lord of Lords. Look to that title, King of Kings. It means a king over a lesser king. We'll be the lesser kings. Lord will be those men. You know, within that government, that Israelite government. You know, a beautiful thing. Because going back to Romans, it makes mention how we'll be joint heirs with Yahweh Shai. When he comes back as he is, we'll also be like him, man. You know, full on. You know, another whole new level. You know, a whole new level of glory and stature and such and such. Continuing on, it goes on to say, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency shall be as when Yahweh overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah, and we already know what happened to that place, man. That's an infamous example of how to live. Hey, well, that's the funny thing, because this example is constantly thrown out amongst families in America. Yet they're the same ones being perverse, perverse and wicked. And really, that's the spirit of America, man. You know, a pervert spirit, man. Which pervert, you know, not pertains to the modern definition of peeping Tom, but the ancient definition of it basically meaning to violate the law. And America is all about against the law. It's against the law. It's not for the law. It's against the law, man. All right. You know, so America is Sodom and Gomorrah if you can receive it. As a matter of fact, that's written in the book of Revelation, 11th chapter, verse 8, man. I'll pull that out, actually. It goes on to say, and the dead body shall lie in the streets of the great city. You know, great city referring to really the landmass of America being a country. You know, United States of America being a country. So the great city, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, man. All right, Sodom and Egypt. Sodom for its perverseness. I always say that Sodom for its perverseness, and Egypt for its bondage, because we're still in captivity. And though we're not, physical yokes of iron, you got Jay trying to prove, a literary point, a literal point. Talking about, oh, we're not yokes of iron, we're not in captivity. What's it called? Hey, we're free. Free my ass, man. Free my ass. We're waiting to be free, man. All right, because to be free is to be sovereign, right? We can't keep doing this we can't keep keeping this whack ass schedule, and being limited to keeping the law to the best of our ability. No, we have to keep the law, properly, man. Now we're in this flesh, right? Right, but that's why we're going to be perfected. And when we're perfected, we're going to be sinless too, just like how Shai was, right? Akim can't even keep the Sabbath right, man. And that's why, that's why we're in captivity, because we can't keep it properly. If we can keep it properly, then we're sovereign, then we're free. And we're waiting for that very soon. But I'm going to go back to Isaiah 13th chapter. And it makes mention how verse 19, it shall be as when Yahweh overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. Yeah, that's the funny thing about it. America is going to be another bad example of how not to be. I'm mistaken, there was a priest going to that, I forget. But what's it called? America will be an example, for the generations to come in the kingdom, how not to live, man. All right. And that's where what's it called, a lot of that praise to come in as well, because we're going to be an everlasting kingdom that's not going to be like, it's not going to be wicked. It's going to be righteous, man. All right, because what's it called, we're not the border of wickedness, man. We're the sons of God, a righteous people, man. Right? And we're going to promote the law. I'm at the second chapter, the heathen want to keep the law. I'm mistaken, that was also written in the book of Micah. Right? But continuing on, it goes on to say, it shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation, neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there. All right? Yeah, because there's not going to be any trade, any commerce going on. Neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. Yeah, so you're not going to be seeing, these flocks, to be sold, but are currently being raised in the Bible Belt. You're not going to see any of that, which that Bible Belt is a region in the south. All right, that's where, a lot of flocks are there. A lot of flocks of cows and sheep are there. You're not going to see any of that. There'll be no trade in America. All right, but wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures. And now shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there. And the wild beasts of the island shall cry in the desolate houses, and dragons in their pleasant palaces. And their time is near to come, and their days shall not be prolonged. Right, your time is near to come, and your days are not prolonged, America. Right, and that's where jumping back to verse 1, it makes it mention how this is the burden of Babylon. All right, it's a gruesome, terrible message to be read, and not only to these elites, but on down to Jake, man. It's a terrible thing. So again, back to Jeremiah 28th chapter, verse 8. Prophesy both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. I bet they don't teach you that in the church, man. They probably teach you about cookies and rainbows and holding hand in hand with the black man. I had a dream, the white man, black man holding hand in hand. No. Now the black man and white man are both Israelites with the spirit of Yah, and they both be agreed, Yah. Because what's it called, Amos 3:2 going to how, Amos 3:3, if I'm mistaken, it makes it mention how, can't two walk together unless they be agreed? Except they be agreed? And the answer is no, unless you be agreed. All right, there's other preachers going to how be not unequally yoked with unbelievers, man. So if you're not of the same doctrine, man, you ain't my brother, man. Right? So what's it called, digressing back, and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. So the prophets, they're terrible, man. The true image of a prophet is somebody that prophesied against, this wicked-ass world, man. Condemning it. Bringing down damnation. All right, we're cursing this place out when we prophesy. Right? I'm going to bring in another example of how this Bible is freaking terrible. All right. Yeah. What's it called? The Book of Sirach, man. Book of Sirach, if I'm mistaken. Actually, I'll bring that out. Sirach. So this is the Book of Sirach, 26th chapter, verse 25. And this is in the Good News Bible, man. The Good News Bible, Good News translation. Abbreviation would be GNB or GNT. They're the same translation, just different, titles. But I'm gonna go down to the footnotes. So Sirach, the 26th chapter, verse 25. A self-willed woman is a bitch. A self-willed woman. See, so what's it called? This is what telling you. It's literally calling a woman. What's it called? A shameless, self-willed woman who's after her desires a fucking bitch, man. Which in the KJV it makes mention how a shameless woman shall be accounted for as a dog, and a female dog is known as a bitch. Right? But a woman with the sense of decency honors the Lord, man. Right? So what's it called? That's why the scriptures are not supposed to, they're not for the faint of heart. We're not for emotional people that get butthurt and progressive and woke. All right, no, the scriptures are traditional. They're so-called conservative. All right, or else Jeremiah 6 and 16 has no effect, but it does, because Jeremiah 6 makes a mention how we're supposed to seek ye the old path, man. Seek ye the old path, meaning being traditional. Being traditional minded, not progressive minded about same-sex marriage or some fucking bullshit like that. That's the world's crap. That's the world's custom. And when Yahushua comes back, he's gonna do away with all that, and we're gonna be on the top. We're gonna establish true doctrine, sound doctrine, man. All right, and you women will be in your place, man. Right? And that's why when we bring these precepts out, you have the women, naked women getting butthurt and shit, getting butthurt. That's not true. Blah 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 blah. What the heck? You're proving your point, man. That what's it called? You should be counted as dogs. But see, that's because one thing about the mind, the human mind, one in psychology, is that's just a way to preserve the dignity, so they won't feel ashamed and get humbled down. They start yapping. They start talking. It's like a protective layer for them. When really that's gonna destroy them. JB and stiff-necked people is gonna destroy them. This is the book of Hebrews, the 4th chapter, verse 12. For the word of Yahweh is alive and active. Salakia. This is an NIV. I'm gonna pull out the KJV. All right, Bookshop, bear with me. Bookshop, bear with me. And it reads in verse 12. Salakia, this crap ain't translating to the KJV. It's not. Alright, here it is. For the word of Yahweh is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit, and of the joints and marrows, and the discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart. The point right there was that it's sharp, man. You get cut. Because again, the scriptures ain't for the faint of heart. And that's why, for those that do accept this truth, man, and we persuade, you through the terror of the Lord, by shedding the light what's going to come to pass, and filtering out our speech with what was written. Because the scriptures, contain the prophecies that are currently going on the earth. And it's a scary thing, man. All right, and what's it called? That's another example as to why they removed the Apocrypha. What's it called? Second Ezra's, it's known as an apocalyptic book. It's scary. That's why they don't bring it out to the Christian church, man. All right, they don't like to deal with the scary. They like to deal with cookies. They like to deal with cookie cutters and Play-Doh and what's it called? Love the heathen. They be using love your enemies for loving the heathen. They trim their way to seek salvation. They trim their way to seek love, man. We're not about that lifestyle. The Bible's not about the lifestyle. The prophets, the men of the Lord, are not supposed to be about the lifestyle. The elect are not of that lifestyle, man. We're not going to be what's it called, all open and fluid, woke. All right, and we're supposed. That's the things of the world. And the scriptures going to how we're supposed to hate the world, man. right? And that's what the world, has that hate for us. But going back to John 15, if I'm mistaken, it was John 15, Mr. mentioned how they that hate, they that hate you, hate me. All right, for the world hated me before. But I'm going to end it off right there. Lord was an edifying lesson. The next one I do say shalom.